And, in Alcoholics Anonymous, we often talk about change of attitude. And I didn't know what that meant for a long time. Pilots talk about attitude. It's the angle of approach. And if you got a bad attitude in an airplane, you're going to land in the mall, right? You're going to hit the side of a mountain. So you must adjust your attitude, your angle of approach. And what the problem with me and God is not God. It's my angle of approach. And from the moment I started to take actions against my natural inclinations, what I started to do is I was changing my angle of approach. So I was starting to access this grace, this power. There's amazing stuff started happening to me from the moment I did that. I was living in this halfway house. I got one roommate that's shooting heroin and another one that's smoking pot. And I'm on thin ice here. Out of nowhere, a guy came to me and offered me a job with room and board, living in a treatment center for teenagers, being the house manager. I'm telling you, this job was divinely crafted for me. It did not give me a lot of money, because a lot of money I would have ended up in a saloon telling everybody how smart I was. It was just enough money to start chipping away at some amends, having money to put in the basket and maybe get a pack of cigarettes. But it put me in a position to think of others. I could get to 2 meetings a day. When I lived there, it was perfect for me. Perfect. And it got me out of a very dangerous, and I didn't look for that job. It just came to me. I had other things happen to me like that. Like I would go through these really awful mood swings in early sobriety. Inexplicable stuff, because I don't understand myself to know why I go from 1 minute feeling like I'm on top of the world to the next minute into this abyss. And I had dozens and dozens of experiences like that, where I'd go to some meeting and there'd be a stranger there talking about what's going on with me. And he's got my answer. I remember one time coming, I was so frazzled at work. I went to a noon meeting and I'm nuts. And I'm ready. I'm going to go back after the noon meeting and quit my job, because they've been disrespecting me and taking advantage of me. And it's been bad. And I go to a meeting and there's a stranger there talking about something that went on with him in the job. And all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, I don't have to quit my job. I got to make amends to my boss for being an idiot. That would never have occurred to me naturally, never. And I started to experience the hand of something working in my life. I mean, who's the choreographer behind all that? And I started to come to believe in something I suspect the only way a guy like me could, really, by what started to happen to me.